Who are the brainiest royals of all time? Did Princess Kate beat Prince William's A-levels? Read below to discover the smartest royals and where they were educated, or the grades they achieved, from the 800s right up to today's modern royals. It seems a bit unfair if a royal is overly endowed with brains given all their other hereditary advantages. But over the years the regal lineage has produced some specimens absolutely brimming with grey matter. The famous royal institutions, from schools to universities, include Eton College, St George's School, St Andrews University, and Oxford University. These institutions have trained some of the cleverest royals. And let's not forget, aside from academics, that there have been many royal love stories too. Such as Princess Kate and Prince William meeting at St Andrews. However, this fairy tale did not detract from their studies. From the 800s, yes, all the way from Alfred the Great, to the present-day royals such as Princess Katharina Amalia, read on to find out which European princess has attended two of the most prodigious academic institutions. If Princess Kate beat Prince William's A-levels, and who takes the crown for brainiest royal of all? 1. Alfred the Great. Any fans of The Last Kingdom, I'm one of them, will know that there was one historical royal in particular who had more than his fair share of brains. Alfred the Great is known as the king who laid the groundwork for a unified England. No mean feat given the general culture of warmongering and backstabbing at the time, coupled with repeated Viking invasions. Navigating such a tumultuous period required a sharp mind and excellent diplomatic skills. But beyond this, Alfred also translated Latin texts into Old English so they were more widely accessible. He established a court school to teach his offspring, and aimed to set to learning all the free-born young men now in England who have the means to apply themselves to it. While no modern metrics can be applied to Alfred, I am sure he would have aced his A-levels. Although attending a private school with Latin on the curriculum would be a must for this Wessex king. 2. Prince William. Prince William's alma maters include the prestigious Eton College and St Andrews University. He left the former with 12 GCSEs and 3 A-levels, including an A in geography, B in art and C in biology, and the latter with a 2-1 in geography. Some may argue his 2-1 was a double win, as William left St Andrews with a good degree and a future wife. He took his education one step further, joining the military and thus gaining a kind of practical intelligence unobtainable through books and libraries. Prince William is the most high-achieving member of his immediate family in academic terms, as Prince Harry emerged from Eton with 11 GCSEs and 2 A-levels, a B in art and D in geography. 3. Princess Beatrice. Princess Beatrice certainly took her royal status to heart, climbing to the dizzying heights of head girl while attending St George's School in Ascot. This suggests to me Princess Beatrice's position as an all-rounder put her in good stead. She left St George with 9 GCSEs, including 2 A*S, and went on to gain 3 A-levels, an A in drama, and B's in history and film studies. She was diagnosed with dyslexia aged 7, and it seems her creative thinking sustained her to degree level when she attended Goldsmiths University to study history and history of ideas, graduating in 2011 with a 2-1. 4. Princess Katharina Amalia. It looks like the Netherlands will be in safe hands with this brainiac heir to the throne. Princess Katharina Amalia hails from a European country, so her school exams look a little different to ours here in the UK, but nonetheless she passed with distinction. Her extracurricular activities are also impressive, including a role on the student council, acting as a student mediator, and participating in the Model United Nations of the International School of The Hague. She graduated from the University of Amsterdam with a bachelor's degree in politics, psychology, law and economics, PPLE. But one degree simply isn't enough for Amalia, who will study Dutch law at the same university next year, alongside part-time military work. I do wonder when she'll find time to sleep. 5. King Felipe. Not to be outdone by his British peers, King Felipe of Spain has 2 degrees to his name. He studied at a private school in Canada before earning a law degree from Madrid's Autonomous University and a master's degree in international relations from Georgetown University, Washington, D.C. Similarly, Queen Letizia has both a bachelor's and master's degree. Perhaps they bonded over their qualifications? 6. Queen Elizabeth II. The late Queen Elizabeth is a rarity amongst modern royals, instead of the boarding school education enjoyed by her sons and grandsons. A governess educated her from 9:30 a.m. until 11 a.m. every day as a child. That all changed when her uncle, King Edward VIII, abdicated in 1938, altering the course of her life forever. With the urgent need for a less traditional education, Elizabeth received lessons on constitutional history from the Vice Provost of Eton, Henry Martin, to prepare her to one day be queen. Had Her Majesty attended a normal school, I have no doubt she would have stormed through her A-levels, perhaps opting for politics or drama. Given her appreciation for the arts, it's just a shame there's no A-level in equestrianism. In her lifetime, the Queen was known for her quips and witticism, as well as clever navigation of her role as monarch in diplomatic matters. An honorable mention must include Queen Elizabeth's daughter, Princess Anne, who was the first British female royal to attend school. While she didn't pursue higher education, she certainly leaves no doubt as to her tenacity and hard work. 7. Elizabeth I. You had to have your wits about you to survive in a Tudor court, and Elizabeth I was no exception. If anything, the challenge was greater given she not only had to survive the cutthroat machinations of court life, but also convince her courtiers that having a woman on the throne was no bad thing. As well as being fluent in French, Italian, Spanish, Latin and Greek, Elizabeth was highly literate and dealt with diplomats personally. A modern Elizabeth would have passed her A-levels with flying colors, while dancing to Beyoncé's Single Ladies. 8. Meghan Markle. While much of American-born Meghan Markle's actual grading is a mystery, her double major in theater and international relations at Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois, suggests she has intelligence in spades. In order to get into university, her SATI grades would also have to be up to par at school. Given her latest business ventures with her brand as ever and recent deal renewal with Netflix, it's no stretch to say that Meghan has a head for business too. Had she taken A-levels this side of the pond, I do feel it would have been a rather eclectic mix. 9. Crown Princess Elizabeth of Belgium. A budding intelligent royal, Princess Elizabeth is still undertaking her academic journey, with 2 impressive names under her belt. Firstly, she studied a bachelor's degree in history and politics at Lincoln College, Oxford University. Then set her sights across the pond for a master's degree in public policy at Harvard University in the U.S. With the current tensions between the university and U.S. President Donald Trump, her academic future come September is uncertain. 10. Princess Kate. Prior to royal life, Princess Kate boasted an impressive academic resume, attaining 11 GCSEs at Marlborough College. Then 2 A's at a level in maths and art, and a B in English, just nudging out her spouse, who achieved an A, B and C at A level. She continued on the same trajectory with higher education, obtaining a 2:1 in History of Art from the University of St. Andrews. This degree result places her in the upper echelons of clever royals, beating out her father-in-law King Charles, who secured a 2:2 in history from the University of Cambridge. 11. Catherine the Great. Catherine was a Russian empress with a head for politics. Under her rule, Russia expanded and modernized, improving the legal and educational systems of her country. She embraced Enlightenment thinkers like Voltaire and Diderot, and corresponded with them throughout her lifetime. She also wrote plays, journals and political theory, demonstrating an active mind that thrived in a leadership role. As how to organize a coup is not on the A-level curriculum, maybe philosophy and politics would have been up Catherine's street. 12. Queen Margrethe. She studied at the Sorbonne in Cambridge, and her interests include costume and set design with the Royal Danish Ballet and Royal Danish Theatre, and archaeology. She translated Simone de Beauvoir's All Men Are Mortal under a pseudonym, as well as other projects. Her artistic work has been exhibited in museums in both Denmark and elsewhere, and she has illustrated several books. With such a wide range of interests, I am sure Margrethe would have a tough time whittling it down to a mere 3 A-level subjects. Knowing when to step back is also wisdom in itself, which Margrethe proved to have when she announced her abdication in December 2023 after 52 years on the throne. 13. Princess Eugenie. It looks like Princess Eugenie is the jewel in the royal academic crown, scoring 2 A*S, 4 A's and 3 B's in her GCSEs, and A's in art and English literature and a B in history of art. She went on to graduate from Newcastle with a 2:1 combined honours BA in English literature, history of art and politics. What's more, she's Hello's online royal correspondent Danielle Stacey's top pick for brainiest royal. Princess Eugenie walking to